Hi, welcome back to The Scent Advocate. Today we're going to talk about the House of Chabaud. It is a niche fragrance house out of the south of France, Montpellier to be precise, and the whole theme behind their mission seems to be taking beautiful life's memories and emotions and putting them into fragrance form. Now, who doesn't love that? I love the 5 fragrances I have in my collection that I'm going to share with you today, but it's another instance where I just can't believe we're not hearing all about this. They've got lovely fragrances that are, your body, but gorgeous. Clear through to some of the best gourmands I've ever experienced. I mean, really special stuff. So hey, if you aren't yet a subscriber to the channel, please consider becoming one. I'm trying to build up the channel and I would love to have you as a regular viewer. If you like the video at the end, please give me a thumbs up and please leave me a comment. I read them all and I respond to them all, and they're just wonderful and so deeply appreciated. Let's jump right in. The first we're going to talk about is Caprice De Marie. Here it is. These bottles, by the way, they're a little bit different from fragrance to fragrance, but I think they're really pretty. They're simple, they're to the point. It's a plastic top, but it comes like with a little hollow there, and it goes on. And it definitely prevents, you from spraying inadvertently, but I think the bottles are kind of neat too, and that adds to the pleasure of the fragrance for me. So the notes in this are pear, currant, pineapple, peach, lily of the valley, caramel, patchouli, musk, and vanilla. But to me, this is a really bright, fruity musk. It just is springtime in a bottle for someone who isn't looking for a heavy floral. Now, I love floral fragrances on other people. It is unusual for me to be able to wear a floral fragrance and kind of get away with it. On me, it tends to be cloying. It can annoy me and those around me. My body chemistry doesn't tolerate many of them. Some are great on me. I love them all. My mother smells amazing in florals. My daughter does too. Lots of people I know do, but it's bad luck really that I can't pull them off. This is far more fruit, and it's a great take on pineapple. So there are so many fragrances out there that talk about pineapple and, it's pineapple forward. This one is, but it's a true pineapple. It's not an odd take on the pineapple. Some of the others, and I won't mention them specifically, but they're very, very well known, that are pineapple forward. I just don't get pineapple out of them. I'm too bogged down in the other notes and the overall strength. This is different. I wear this on a day that it's bright and sunny and still a little crisp because it's early in the year still, and it just gives me a tremendous energy boost and, a bright overall outlook on the day. And who doesn't want to start off a day like that? I think this is universally likable. It's definitely feminine leaning and something you could wear from the spring into the summer, but I pull it out in the spring because I cannot wait. This is 100 ml. It's a 2021 release. It's an EDP and it goes for about $160. All right, moving on to Ambre du Reve. There we go. This bottle is slightly different. As you could see, it's got a heavier kind of metal top, and the shape of the bottle is the same, I think. Yeah, pretty much the same, but the top is heavier, and I think this connotes a stronger formulation. So this is an extrait. Yep. It's a 2019 release, and I think it goes for about $275. This fragrance shakes me to my core. This one really touches me. I think it's incredible. I've never smelled anything quite like it. This is a soft, powdery, quasi-gourmand with a human body note to it. I don't know how else to really put it. It's so unique. A warm human body that's really clean, but you are intimately close, and it's feminine. So imagine smelling, getting a sense of what you smell like freshly out of the shower. Maybe not freshly out, maybe like 20 minutes out, after the scent of the soap is kind of wafted away and it's just you and you haven't put on any fragrance yet. And there's this clean carrot, there's cinnamon in it, which I don't really get, patchouli, ylang ylang, benzoin, vanilla, cedar, musk, sandalwood. Imagine those just kind of enveloping that beautiful human scent that is uniquely you, and just embellishing on it, just making it that much richer. That's what this is. It's incredible stuff. I smelled this and right away I knew I had to have it. Not something that happens to me all the time. Most of the time when I test a fragrance, I test it and test it and test it. But this one was an instant love, I guess. Now, the musk feels more rich than, your typical mainstream white musk. And there is cumin among the notes listed, but I don't get cumin. So I think the direction it's going is, like I said, that realistic human body in its most gorgeous, pristine sense, perfumed by gorgeous natural smells like, a freshly cut carrot and that benzoin, the vanilla. The sandalwood is there. It adds a dry element to it. It is not the kind of sandalwood that I think makes people say, pickle juice. It's not that smell. This is very different. It would be a very dry sandalwood. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. I mean, it just, you drown in it. It's amazing. So Ambre du Reve. Next, we've got the Nuit Danse. This is also an extrait, so it goes for about $2.75, and it's got the bottle with the gold metal top. It's a 2019 release, and it is also 100 ml. This fragrance, this is a very powdery, subtle, floral citrus with that dry, again, that very dry expression of sandalwood. I think this is more heliotrope forward than violet. So the notes are bergamot, violet, jasmine, heliotrope, rice tonka, sandalwood, and vanilla. What I get out of this is a pretty strong heliotrope, a dried down jasmine, something preserved like in between the pages of a book. I don't get any rice, and I don't really get the violet so much. The bergamot, maybe. But think of this as a very powdery, subtle citrus with some very dry sandalwood. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Universally likable. I think this leans more unisex than the prior two. This is La Nuit Danse. Oh, and I guess I could say that you would wear this any time of year, right? This Ambre du Reve would be amazing going from daytime to night, and this would too, but this is more subtle than Ambre du Reve. So if you're looking for that, but maybe less of a big fragrance experience, this might be the way to go. Moving on to Lait du Chocolat, Lait et Chocolat, sorry. So this fragrance is chocolate jasmine, teak, cedar, milk, musk, and vanilla. This is 100 ml. It's an EDT, about $140. And actually, I'm not sure. It might be a little bit more. It might be $160. And it's a 2017 release. So again, we see that cute bottle with the top that has a hole in it. If you like chocolate, even if you don't, wow, this stuff is great. This is a floral chocolate, and I never really experienced anything quite like it before, and I love it. I have quite a few chocolates in my collection, and each one is really, really different, and this is no exception. The floral and musk just really makes the cocoa more powerful and gorgeous. This is a chocolate that you don't mind wearing. You know, for those people who say, well, I don't want to smell edible, give this a try. If you like chocolate and you like the idea of smelling it on you throughout the day, but you don't want to smell like, you know, a dessert, this might be the one. And it's also great if your body isn't good with florals like mine. This one, wow, it's so rich. Wow. It's also not too youthful. You know how some chocolates can be a little bit, you know, very, very young, like something I would give to my teenage daughter. Not this. This is way too mature for that. She loves it, but this isn't something that she would quickly reach for. This is something I would reach for. And of course, this rich chocolate, jasmine, musk is something probably better suited for the cooler months. I wouldn't wear this in the heat of the summer, but hey, you can do whatever you want. This definitely leans unisex. More than, you know, masculine or feminine. I'd put this right down the middle. Gorgeous stuff. Lait Chocolat. Last but definitely not least, the fragrance that brought me to this house. It is Lait Concentre. I'm about almost halfway through the bottle. I use it very sparingly now. This EDT came out in 2017. I believe, I'm not positive, I might be wrong on that. It is 100 ml, and even though it's an EDT, and I'll say the same for Lait Chocolat, the power is EDP all day long, for sure. This fragrance. Okay, so the notes are milk, coconut, and caramel. It's milk and toast, like white bread toasted to perfection with milk slowly scalding in the background. If you've ever had coffee, like espresso dark roast coffee, and it was made with milk that was scalded on the stove, and the smell of that milk heating up like that, or if you made cook and serve chocolate pudding or any kind of pudding where you cook the milk, that's this milk scent. If you don't want to smell like food, this one's not for you. This is so yummy and so addictive, and probably the best milk fragrance I've ever experienced. This is lactonic epitomized. All the way, this stuff is the gold standard, in my opinion, of lactonics. This is it right here. And I have a few, and they're all wonderful. This is the most photorealistic. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. This is a hug from the person in your childhood who loved you the most and made you feel safe and made you chocolate pudding. That's it. Only this doesn't smell like chocolate. It smells like the milk cooking before you put the chocolate. I already said that, but oh my goodness. I don't get any coconut out of this. I don't get any caramel, just straight up milk in its most pristine form. All right, so that is Lait Concentre from Chabaud. What do you think of these fragrances? Have you tried them? Are you familiar with the house? Are you going to try them? If you're going to try them, I'm telling you, go for that Lait Concentre. It's incredible. And if you're going to go for the non-gourmand, it's got to be Ambre du Reve. Wow, is this stuff incredible. Incredible. All right. Once again, would love to have you on board as a subscriber. Give me a like and please leave me a comment. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.